Okay, so I'm loading back in. So you said, okay, looks like we got all 5 heroes now. So it is the Weaver. Really? Weaver final pick. Interesting.
Looks like Team Plus trying to decide whether they want Abaddon off lane. End up giving it to Jenkins, or rather, they give the Batrider to Jenkins, so it will be a God Z Abaddon playing the 5, playing the support, trying to keep this Slurk alive against the Timbersaw in lane. Although they may just put Jenkins in the safe lane against the Timbersaw. Try and dodge this Weaver matchup. Seems probably a little bit better.
Yeah, Weaver, so as you said, I mean, I suppose decent against Batrider, but isn't Kunkka a bit of an issue for Weaver? And you also got like an RP from Magnus, of course, one ability, but still catches Weaver.
It can be, but their lockdown is not the greatest. And if the Weaver picks up a Lincoln's, which I assume he will this game, then it's pretty difficult for them to catch him because lasso, single target, X, single target, and no real other ways to break the Lincoln Sphere.
I guess pouncing him could work too, but that's not going to be the easiest to land sometimes when he's shakooching all over the place. All right, let's cross fingers. Hopefully that we're good to go. I don't know what all that was about, but we are officially here and getting ready to go.
Officially an Apple Music user now instead of saying?
No. That's not the case. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird, so I did close Spotify, but even then, things are still being a little slow, so I don't know what's going on. I need to look at that after the stream today. Okay, are we good? Looks like, okay, we're moving at least, so that's the start. We look good. So yeah, Weaver, haven't seen it. You mentioned Costabile. He's, I suppose, a hero that he plays a little bit, though. And I've noticed that he's got a trend. He's played Bloodseeker a couple times now. He played Spectre several times yesterday. And then now Weaver, so a little bit more unorthodox scores, but he has his own method, I suppose.
Yeah, he definitely is not playing a lot of the traditional. I think I've seen him play Void maybe once, but a lot of these other strange, for the meta at the very least, safe lane heroes. Nothing wrong with that, though.
30 seconds.
I could argue that there is, but it's, to each their own. I was kind of talking about that earlier. There's a couple teams, team names specifically, excuse me. They're doing some very unorthodox drafts, and they are struggling in these group stages 0-6 right now. And I'm bringing that up. It's like sometimes there's a reason that these picks are popular, and sometimes you got to just go with it and try to make it work. But some teams they have their own mentalities.
By the way, did you see that play by Sonic in the mid lane?
No.
He walked up into the left spot, actually, on the left side, hiding behind a tree, got hit by the tower immediately by the ward, and pinged it out to his teammates. So Radiant has 2 spots where you can just discover if there's a ward mid. It's kind of a bad matchup for anybody playing on the Radiant side.
Yeah, and the sentry's coming out on the courier. So ideally be able to take care of that. Wait, so Old White's mid lane.
Yeah, on the Timbersaw. This is the matchup that they want.
Okay.
This hero very good against Kunkka. So actually, I would say all 3 lanes currently favoring players in terms of the matchups. Yamsun is out of here. He's just going to walk to the bottom, it looks like, maybe, or try and go to the mid.
Yeah, he's going mid.
And Jenkins also heading to the mid lane.
Oh, maybe not.
What is happening right now?
I don't even think they know. Yamsun's literally gone back and forth. Like, now he's coming back top. Yeah, they're trying to decide what they want to do, and maybe getting a kill out. Okay. Swing and a miss there from Sonic.
Mine.
Bane will just kind of still chill up here, and now he has Rasta nearby to help out, so I guess Slark
Sammy Boy getting very low. Yeet.
He goes down to Shikuchi. The X is going to bring back his corpse.
And he has no TP, so he's going to have to walk back the lane with 300 move. This is a absolute disaster for Team Plus. This is one of the worst starts I've ever seen to a laning phase.
Yeah, they just really seem unsure of what to do. It's, you know, it's one thing to play musical lanes, but it's almost like half-assed musical lanes. Yeah, they are pretty content for now. A 3-range creep push here at the top lane, though. Going to be a lot of experience for the Radiant heroes. And you see over into the jungle once again, Bane continues to harass. And this is an issue, though, too, with the whole Magnus Abaddon supports. These are not good supporting heroes, especially together.
Yeah, where's Sonic supposed to go? I mean, does he try and push somebody back into a Abaddon? That's not going to help.
He's just dead. Yeah, you cannot man up against Bane. That never works.
Try to go for the deny there, but the cast point is too long. So 2K lead already 2 minutes in, and all 3 cores on the side of Demon Slayers in double-digit CS. Nobody on Team Plus has hit that mark yet.
Well, at least Jenkins has got his solid matchup now, and you see he bodies Timbersaw a little bit right there. So ideally he could start picking up some farm in that mid. This guy knows Team Plus needs it.
He really can't threaten this guy at all, so it's just going to be trading farm, and he still needs to be a little bit careful.
Top lane, skewer backwards, Flea. Gonna try to block him with the illusions. When you're resorting to illusions, body blocking for crowd control. That's, you know, you're in a bad spot.
Yeah, this has been a little bit of an issue for Team Plus throughout their beginning of this DPC season, where sometimes they just draft themselves into a corner, trying to do a little bit too much with the draft, it feels like here. And I don't know how they do anything for the first 10 minutes of this game.
That Rider's just dead, probably. He's double support coming in. Shackles to hold him in place now. So he was going to dive Timbersaw, and that's going to backfire. Supports will roam back towards the top lane. There's a double damage rune that happens to spawn as well.
Sammy Boy might be dead here.
Gucci, he's got bottle charges.
Yeah, he does.
Doesn't even need it. Gemini attack. Pretty strong. Yeah, no, this is all 3 lanes dominated by the Radiant.
This is extremely rough for Team Plus. And, I mean, if you try to rotate out at this point to get other matchups and try and get farm in your heroes, you can't, because all the other heroes are way more farm than you. So you can't find a good matchup right now. Somebody's got to make space for somebody else. Looks like Sonic is just going to farm the jungle, maybe stack it up a little bit. Try and set his team up, but they're going to have to be able to hold this jungle for like 10, 15 more minutes before they can start taking these.
Oh, that's rough, too. Maybe the bounty runes could help climb them back a little bit, but never mind. All 4 bounty runes go the way of Demon Slayers as well, as we hit 5 minutes. So just nothing going right for Team Plus, and it really is something to see this. This is just evidence right here if you ever had a question of how impactful the draft to a game could be. It's how you're talking about Team Plus that won the first game, and it was a bit back and forth, but certainly deserved the victory. And yet here they are just being absolutely crushed in Game 2.
Yeah, they just have unplayable lanes. There's no way for them to do anything for literally the next 10 minutes. They can't do anything.
Oh, they can try. They got hope on their side.
They can certainly try and just delay and hope for the best. But I think prioritizing the Slark right now probably pretty important. It's going to be a dead Abaddon over here unless he can get the deny off.
Nope. It's way too quick. Obviously, Magnus, again, you got to be careful. I guess he had a skewer. Gets out of there. Mid lane, Timbersaw at the tower. Has his chakra now.
No Firefly and Jenkins for 10 seconds. He actually needs to be very careful here.
Old White's not going to go for it. Although
Goes
Weaver
to do it
being
well,
here, yeah, now they want to go for it. Chakra misses, though. Well, with Weaver in, it doesn't matter. Chakram cuts through him. And the Timber Chain, and Rasta rotates in as well. They're gonna push this mid tower. This is gonna be a dead tier 1 tower likely. Unless Team Plus defends it, but how do they defend it? Oh, well, the supports aren't going to come in and do nothing, so yeah, it's gone.
I mean, what is your timing? You need to just delay. Somebody has to just like run down a lane and feed, but I don't mean to sound fatalistic, but this game may legitimately just be over already. Like, pretty ridiculous to say at 7 minutes in, but
yeah,
this is disgustingly bad.
Yeah, it's not often you get these one-sided games. It's like, if anything, maybe in, you know, a star team that we know against some complete no-names, but certainly
Sammy
is
Boy's
not
dead
this. Yeah, Sammy Boy he's trying to run. He is going to live. Haste or not Weaver? I'm almost surprised he didn't go for that.
Yeah, me too. I thought he was going to pop that.
Oh, Timbersaw's top lane. That's now his lane. And so everyone has to leave.
Jenkins will head over and do his duty of trying to sit there and delay the tower push, but decides nope. Gonna try and get something going here. Queues up the Boots of Travel. I mean, you gotta get some ability to take a fight, right?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's
pick off anything.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Just get like drums maybe at this point.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Apparently. Anywhere a Batten goes, just he's going to be found and killed. Bane, he's going to TP out. Jenkins was running over with the lasso, but could not catch him in time.
6K gold lead, 8 minutes in.
Sonic gets away, but yeah, again, this goes back to this could play out with tiebreakers now, and I believe it would be a best out of 1. So, in a sense, I'll hold that thought because the lasso, but the shackles on top. Jenkins trying to take him for a ride. Unfortunately, he gets locked in place. And now Sonic is also trying to run. Skewers on cooldown for much longer. So he is going to be ran down 11-0 now for Demon Slayers. Yeah, going back to the point, if it works how I believe it does with a best of 1 tiebreaker, in this case what would be for the 3rd place in the group, you almost can look at this at a best of 3 series.
Yep.
I believe that it would be the game later today. It would just be a bit of a break in between, of course. But
right, and I mean, Demon Slayers does have to play another series, so if they are able to beat Quincy Crew in one of those games, I think they just break the tie already.
Yes.
So
that is fair, yeah.
Yeah, it's assuming that they get 2-0'd by Sumails.
Yeah, that might be a little rude because yeah, you're all right. We are kind of just making an assumption, but you know, let's be honest. That's what we expect. It would be pretty crazy if something else, but either way, Weaver, he had to time lapse there even, but he ultimately gets out for the bottom lane, takes the pressure. Top lane, look at Timbersaw. As we say, just doing Timbersaw things.
Sonic just trying to pull the creeps off the tower and keep these towers alive a little bit longer. Dodging the Timbersaw back and forth, trying to skewer, trying to be annoying. Doing a reasonably good job so far, but you can just see 10 heroes on the dire side of the map is not a good sign at 10 minutes into the game.
No, not at all. Also a 10,000 net worth lead at 10 minutes into the game.
Jesus.
Not good. Yeah, they got all 4 bounty runes again, so they've gotten the last 8 at least. I think it was a 2 for 2 to start. There's Magnus. Again, they don't have the information we have, but you got to think Team Plus is going to be pretty aware that they are very behind this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to play it out because obviously if they win, they really almost secure themselves a slot in the playoffs, which is huge. But almost for morale, you're just like,
yeah, it's like I'm sitting here like, you know, I never really root for a game to end necessarily, but just for their sake, like I said, morale. Again, you can look at this as kind of a best of 3. You know what? It didn't. We got out drafted. Let's just admit that and be done with it because It can be rough when you play out games like this, and it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
Top tower is under
That's the
You
case
look
right
up at
now.
the score, and you're just like, oh no, what are we doing?
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
And I mean, this game really just feels hopeless for them as a player because they don't have any way to do anything. They have no initiation. They have basically no team fight since their Magnus is still level. Oh, he's level 6. Cool, but still,
Cool.
they don't have any damage. Sammy Boy's going for Vessel Rush, but doesn't even have the urn finished yet.
Oh, I heard the RP, but yeah, he's just canceling it. He's gonna slide it. He's
Dyer's middle tower
taunting
is
them a
under
little bit.
attack.
Zabile will snipe the. Nope. Thinking about sniping the couriers. Godzi is likely dead.
No. Never mind. Well, yourself. To defuse a blade. Weaver actually went full power
Radiant's
treads too.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you're so far ahead. Just fight. Just force as many fights as you can right now.
Dyer's
Okay,
middle
not
tower
nearly as
is
far in
under
this
attack.
game.
No. Remember, he had a full Radiance, 2 bracers, and phase boots last game at this point.
Yeah. He actually did.
Dyer are scanning.
But not this time around. Weaver's got a full defusal with the power treads.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Maelstrom's coming along for Ember Spirit. Timbersaw, he's got a mech. He's gonna go Guardian Greaves first. He actually almost has just full Guardian Greaves. On this Timbersaw.
Jenkins probably dead here. He's going to try and TP.
Oh,
Makes it
Dyer's
out.
middle tower is
It's
under
the little
attack.
victories
Dyer's
sometimes
middle
that
tower
matter.
has fallen.
certainly. Top lane, Sonic. He's got an RP.
I will say, this Ember Spirit, he's farmed, but he's only level 8.
There's the RP pulling in, but they don't really have the damage to take them out.
Dyer's bottom tower
And Slark was out of there from the beginning. He got a Batten. He's now dead.
Yeah, I think you just call this. I mean,
Down 18-0. It's over.
Radiant structures
yeah,
are falling.
this one is GG.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Can't win them all, but move forward. And again, not only a tiebreaker, but ultimately there's still the focus on trying to qualify for the minor. Which, let's be honest, it is fairly open. Of course, for the
Yeah.
major, we got 4 teams that'll go into the playoffs, and then 3 of those 4 will qualify. You take out EG, Quincy Crew, and it's going to be between J-Storm and Fighting Vegas.
Yep.
And so, you know, one of those ultimately 4 teams will be bounced down to the minor qualifiers, but it's not it wouldn't be the craziest thing ever if one of these pub stack style teams, if you called them earlier, is able to qualify. So there is
Yeah, definitely
hope.
not. It's not like J-Storm has looked dominant in their games.
I just don't know what else to say. It's
I mean, 20-0, 17k lead. Costabile literally using TP time lapse just to fill up his HP and mana so he can stay on the side of the map.
efficient plays. Ooh, Timber Chain does not connect.
It would have if it was a pudge hook, though.
That's true. Went right through him. That Bat Rider's way down here. This is kind of smart. The whole side of the map is taken over, so
The only place to be right now that's safe. Enemy jungle. Normally we see Arteezy and anti-mage down here in his pub games.
Timbersaw with the full Greaves, 20 stacks of Wand. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. He will gladly tank this tower. It's going to be a tier 3 dead. Sleep up on the borrowed time of Batten. God Z is certainly dead.
Jenkins trying to cut the mid wave. It is successful. Will backdoor kick in? Nope, because top lane has not been pushed out, and neither has bottom. So this will be a set of racks.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Ship coming out. They're really trying to defend this. Weaver, he might. Nope, never mind. Time lapse got off. The RP hits, so can they at least get a kill? No, they can't. Costability gets low, but maybe.
Jenkins, do
yes.
it. Gets the godlike
1,100 gold. All right, well, everyone needs a buyback, including Weaver, and yeah, they're just going to call it. They got the one kill.
They got the kill.
Had to get one. All right, that's, yeah, really, there's no point to really talk about much else about this game, because we had plenty of time to do that in the 17-minute game that was.
Yep, shake it off, move on to the next one. Wide open spot for third place in their group. Demon Slayers just has to beat Quincy Crew one game, and I think they will knock Team Plus out of the running, right? For the playoffs?
To fourth place, which means then they can compete. Then they play against the other group's fourth place team to determine then who goes to the minor playoffs.
Sure.
So
okay.
There is still hope, but again, it just means you have to play that many more matches, and that's never fun.
Yeah.
All right. So that does it. Again, well played, Demon Slayers. They took what the draft, very well drafted, and obviously I'm sure they were feeling very confident going in, as they should have been. They played it well. So that's how this series finishes, with a 1-1 split. We do have next series is going to be coming up here, and let me actually close my internet out. So is it going to be? I think it's going to be. Did I say Demon Slayers next? No, it's going to be Team Name versus, I believe, the Fighting Pepegas. Should be the next match, and then Demon Slayers will play Quincy Crew in the final series of the day. So that is the plan. Going to go to that short break, and then we'll come back with Team Named versus the Fighting Pepegas. That'll be up next. I'm Break CPK, joined by Elevated. The MDL Major qualifying coverage continues next. We'll be right back.